Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to your so minutes of ADHD rambling to study/relax to. I actually don't know how long this is gonna end up being because I'm going there's no script. I'm just winging it. Today we're listening to Enchanted Instrumentals and Whispers by Windows 96. I really enjoy this album. Also, I figured it would be kind of neat just to do like the Minecraft parkour, just like on set kind of thing. Just kind of talk and do the parkour and just not really think at all, you know? So yeah, I didn't really plan anything to talk about at all. I just kind of figured that I would talk about just whatever I was thinking about at the time. And then I just kind of started to not think at all once I started to record, which is kind of not a good thing, I'd think, because now it means that I have to come up with more things to talk about on the fly. But, you know, it should be fine. Actually, I do know what I can talk about. So, I had the idea for this in the middle of the night, pretty much. I have this little, blue book that I just write whatever the hell I can think of just on there. Just to see what I can, not to see what I can come up with, but if I have any cool ideas that I want to save for later, just throw them in there. And generally that was a really good idea, actually. It's proved to pay off. But I don't remember writing anything in there. I don't remember writing this. But at some point in the middle of the night, I wrote 45 minutes of ADHD rambling to study/relax to. And so I guess that's what we're doing now. It's getting that ADHD rambling to study and relax to. Some things I find particularly interesting, in just a lot of ways, is okay, I have a few games that I'm obsessed with. If you know me, you probably already know what games those are. But currently, the big ones are Celeste, which I think, again, if you're watching this, you probably already know this, but I have a huge fascination with Celeste. It's awesome. It's an awesome game. And I highly recommend it to anyone who hasn't played it before. It's pretty tough sometimes, but once you get the hang of it, it's awesome. Oh, especially once you get to modded stuff. Actually, two of my favorite mods, Celeste Spring Collab and Strawberry Jam. Strawberry Jam is a sequel to Spring Collab, and they were released several years apart. So some of the stuff in Strawberry Jam is called Spring Collab 2022 because that's originally what it was supposed to be. It's just Spring Collab 2022. But that changed because it ended up taking much longer. Oh god, how do I do this? Is it a checkpoint? I don't remember. Okay, well now I have to figure out how to do this. Oh, god damn it. Warp? Checkpoint? Question mark? Oh well, I'm just gonna pick a different housing, to be honest. I kind of think I picked kind of bad with this parkour, so oh well, we'll do the easy Burger King parkour. Anyways, what I was saying about the Celeste Spring Collab and Celeste Strawberry Jam is that in Spring Collab, the first area, the beginner lobby, is a nice open area. It's kind of like a green space almost, you know, if you go to a park or something like that. It's like that. And so is Strawberry Jams. It's like a beach area. It's really cool. But then Spring Collab goes to actually, okay, Spring Collabs is more like a hill kinda. It seems like you're chilling on the side of a hill, whereas Strawberry Jams is a beach side. Spring Collabs, both of the advanced lobbies move into a forest area, which I think is awesome. It goes really hard. Especially Spring Collabs being a big loop around the tree. That's peak. That's awesome. it's so fun finding all the maps in the intermediate lobby, because you get to just go around this big loop and explore the whole thing, and it's cool. Strawberry Jam has a lot more of that, too, where it goes more underground than anything else. But Strawberry Jam's also a lot more open. But Advanced is where it gets really different. Advanced for Strawberry Jam is this, like, plateau mesa, where it's got, like, a clouded area and stuff. And so it's really nice and, like, chill. But it's also, we're going up in elevation so far. Whereas the Spring Collab, the Advanced lobby is in, like, a crystalline cave. So it goes down a little bit, which I think is really cool. And this trend continues with Expert lobby, where in Spring Collab, it's kind of this, like, magma ravine, almost. Whereas in Strawberry Jam, you go up to Mars, or some foreign planet, I think. I actually don't exactly know. But it's really cool. So when you get to Grandmaster, finally, I think this is the coolest difference. Grandmaster in Spring Collab is literally hell. It's just, like, red, it's all red and brick and just, like, sad and depressing looking. And there's a little bit of, this was present in, what? Oh. This was present starting in, like, Advanced lobby. So Spring Collab has these little, that's weird. Spring Collab has these little, like, bits of gameplay between each of the maps, which I think is actually really cool, because it gives you some, like, something to do while you're traversing between the different maps, which I think is awesome. And, I mean, okay. There's a little bit of, like, this, okay, I'll elaborate on this later, but Spring Collab does it well. SJ, however, has absolutely no gameplay between, or, well, not no gameplay, but there's no, like, challenges between any of the maps. It's just pretty simple routes between one or the other. And I mean, while that works, what I liked about Spring Collab is that you have a little bit of something to do in between each map. And I think that makes it just a lot more interesting, personally. It means that traversing the lobby doesn't feel like a chore. It's just part of, like, doing the map. However, with Strawberry Jam, it's a lot easier to traverse the area. That's the only reason that Spring Collabs is not that hard for me, is because I've done it so much. But, so, on the other hand, while Spring Collab has just enough gameplay to feel like there's something to do between each map, Endgame Contest has too much. So, Endgame Contests, like, lobby is also Grandmaster difficulty. However, this poses the unique problem of the fact that it's kind of just impossible to get literally anywhere in Endgame Contest, which is, like, really annoying. It's so infuriating. But it's just like, you know what? It's whatever. You can debug, even though it makes fun of you, don't listen to it. You can just debug. And some of the endgame contest maps are actually really cool, and, like, I highly recommend some of them. Like, one of my favorite maps, just, not my favorite maps, but some of my favorite, like, maps gameplay-wise are in Endgame Collab. Just because it's a really, some of the maps are just genuinely really fun. There are some that aren't as good, like Five Cloud Jaunt, which is just, I mean, it's something. It's 5 clouds in a room, and it's not very hard, but it's cool. It's kind of cool. It's one of those things where, like, you play it and you're like, whoa, that was a cool 15 seconds of gameplay. But then you get things like Digital Hell by a Buff Zucchini, and it's like, wow, this is awesome. This is great gameplay. I love this. And that's how I feel about most of Endgame Contest. There's some things that are, like, awesome, and some things that are not as awesome. But also, when it comes to, like, Spring Collab and whatever, Spring Collab and Strawberry Jam, their map quality overall is a lot higher because it's not a contest map. Which, I mean, now that I say that out loud, that's like really obvious. I don't think I needed to say that, but you get the point. So part of the thing that like is that I like how one spring collab goes down while Strawberry Jam goes up. I think that's creative as hell. But I also like how like Strawberry Jam feels more open and exploratory, whereas hey look, it's me. It's not me. That's so weird. I don't understand what's going on there. My skin though. My skin, you stole my skin. Oh! Oh, that's what was going on. Like, they have, like... I don't know, that's so weird. I don't even know how to feel about... Okay, whatever. Anyways. Oh, damn it. Anyways. So, a lot of just, like, these two collabs is just really cool to compare and contrast. Something I do have a little bit of a gripe about is the order of the Grandmaster Heartside in Strawberry Jam, because the map order feels like it could have been a lot different and still have worked very well. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of problems with Spring Collab's Grandmaster Heartside as well, because Spring Collab's Grandmaster Heartside is just... it's something, that's for sure. Why does Coco Doko have its own flag? Like, who thought that was a good idea? Coco Doko, the, like, practically intermediate puzzle map that, like, exists, probably. It's just like, you know, it's just a thing. It's just, it's there. I've never met anybody who genuinely, like, cares about Coco Doko, besides maybe going for the silver. Which, if you don't know, silvers are, like, deathlesses. Like, there's the golden strawberries for deathlessing things. Also, I'm just assuming that whoever's listening to this knows what, like, Bless is as a game. I think is a fair assumption, considering most of what I upload to my channel is Celeste related. But I do think it's, like, important to understand that, I guess not everybody knows what's going on with Celeste. What was I talking about? The Heartsides. So, Strawberry Jam's Heartside is just... that's another one of those things where it's like, it could be a little better. But in this case, I'm very certain that it could be better. And the only reason for that is because Strawberry Jam, its Heartside, it's just iffy. And I think it's just because of flag order, because some of the flags don't really go well together. Oh, one of the biggest problems I have. So, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful map. It's beautiful. It's so well made, and massive respect to all of the SJ creators for just probably making one of the best Celeste experiences of my entire life. It's really amazing what you guys have accomplished. However, with the Grandmaster Heartside, it just does not feel like there's as much love put into the visuals as there is for the other Heartsides, which makes sense in a way, because not every player is going to get to see the Grandmaster Heartside. But considering how amazing the ending to the map is, I feel like it should be more fair to have the entire map hold up to that standard. And I think, first of all, the thing is the order. So, pair the cave maps together. Fractured Iridescence, Drifting Deep, and Cave of the Crimson Sky would all go very well together if put in the same section, because they're all cave-related maps. World Abyss, Stellar Odyssey, and, like, I don't know. World Abyss, Stellar Odyssey, and... what's another one of them? Like, Solar Express, those are all space-related maps. That's a really cool, place to put those. It's like, there's a, I can't think of them off the top of the head, off the top of my head, but there's definitely a better order. But, what is this? Home Sweet Home? Cool. There's definitely a better order. However, there's a better order, and I wish they went with that. Because, like, it feels a little disconnected to have things like Belly of the Beast, and then right after Umber, or things like Lava Layer. Okay, IMO, the best checkpoint is the last one, being like Lava Layer, Solar Express, and Shatter Song. They all work just really well together. And it creates a very climactic finale, which I like. But I feel like some of the orders for some of the other things could just be switched around. The other thing is that, so the backgrounds, I don't know what the deal is for this. So when they made the like backgrounds for all the SJ maps, they put a lot of love in for the beginner through intermediate. They have some custom backgrounds for just 1 or 2 rooms because it fits that section of the flag. Especially Expert Heartside, they did a beautiful job of just making Expert Heartside like amazing. However, Grandmaster Heartside just doesn't feel like it has the same love. Like, Kevin Tech Spam just looks really awkward and strange with the, like, normal mountain in the back. Factory Iridescence looks fine, but it could be better. You don't even see the background in Super Luminary, so that's fine. And it works for things like Flipside, Cliffside, but it also looks really strange for Pumber. It's just, like, there's some things that, like, definitely, for, like, stylistically could be changed. However, like, they just didn't. And I don't know if there's, like, a particular reason. But to be honest, I think it would be just a lot cooler if we got some of those stylistic differences for different maps. Also, put Pumber and Kevin Tech Spam together. They're both, like, neon-style maps, where you've got the player silhouette and stuff like that. What the hell is this? It's so weird. Okay. They both are like neon styled map. And so why? Like, why make them have the standard background that everything else uses when you're just gonna, you know, when they're just neon maps? Like, I don't see, I don't exactly see why they just didn't do that. Hopefully, well, I mean, I know they're not going to change the map, but if there ever is a consideration for something to do it, I feel like that's a good thing to consider. The Spring Collab suffers from something similar, and something a little bit different. Something that I liked that both of them have is that, both of their songs, this is for all the heart sides, just in general, all of the songs are remixes of the lobbies. Which is awesome, personally, because it means that you just get to hear more of those lobby songs that you've come so accustomed to from playing the maps. Which is awesome. I personally think that's an amazing thing, and I really, like, I love that. There is a collab that I am part of that is doing something different. I'm not gonna reveal it, because I'm not allowed to reveal it. But it's very cool. Trust me on it. I have no idea what to do here. Oh, I'm stupid. Moment of brain cells. That's one of the downsides to talking while doing Minecraft parkour like this, is my brain doesn't work entirely, like, properly. It tends to get a little strange. I don't understand this parkour very much. They have made a lot of very strange decisions. I think it's fine. Nothing wrong with a couple of strange decisions. Oh my god, I just remembered. With Expert Heartside, somebody made a task, or not Expert Heartside, with the Endgame contest, somebody made a task for it. Right? And this was meant to be like a serious task, like a... Well, they were gonna task it. But for the any % task, you could just skip the heart gate and go straight to the heart and beat the map. And it was beautiful. It's a beautiful task. If you haven't seen it, look up Endgame Contest any % task. If it's not on YouTube, it's because it's unlisted. And if you're in the Celeste Discord server, you should be able to find it. Probably, maybe, perhaps. I hope so. But it's by far one of the best just passes ever because it's so incredibly goofy. And I highly just recommend it because it's funny. In general, like if you just watch Celeste passes are awesome. It's one of those things that I find just incredibly amazing. And I just kind of wish more people knew about them. Like, some people don't realize how goofy Celeste... This like, single thing has been repeated, like, 6 times. What is the deal with this? What is this parkour? I don't understand this. Okay, anyways. Like, Celeste's tassing is so... just... insanely silly. There's so much silly movement. World Abyss's task is so funny. Because they just skipped the whole thing. It's like, what? Why even play the map when you're just gonna skip the whole thing like that? It's great. It's awesome. I love that kind of thing. I love tassing in general. People do a lot of really cool stuff with tasses. I've been meaning to, like, get into it more. It's really hard, though. I mean, it's hard for me. I think I'm just bad at that kind of thing. Or, I don't know. But generally, it's just, like... What? Oh, I'm stupid. Generally, it's something that's, like, just really cool to watch. Hollow Knight tasses are also really good. I don't know how to say your name properly. I'm so sorry, but, like... Jarylix, I think? Jarlyk. So I know I'm not gonna do any editing for this video because I'm lazy. And that's the whole point of this. It's literally just me rambling for, like, however long. Like, it's not meant to be good or anything. It's literally just a couple minutes of rambling for you to just, like, listen to or whatever. Oh, I forgot. I meant to... So, I meant to not have any music for this because when I like to study and whatever, I like to listen to music while I listen to a, like, podcast or something, like r/. Because I think r/ makes their music, like, really quiet. Which, like, I appreciate that, because it means I can listen to what I want to listen to. Like, King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard or something. While also being able to, like, listen to somebody talk about something. Which I really appreciate, and I think that's, like, really good, and I can't believe I forgot to do that, and now you have to listen to Windows 96, which is great, because I love Windows 96 sometimes. But also, at the same time, like... You have to listen to it. You can't, like, tune it out or listen to something over it. Okay, that's next time. Next time I will be not doing that. I don't know what the upload schedule for this kind of thing is gonna be. Because if you haven't noticed, it's, like, literally just like this, just playing Minecraft and whatever, and kind of sucking at the parkour occasionally. Because, like, what they don't tell you in the, like, videos is that they use the same parkour, like, things for every single video. But because I'm gonna, like, record each one individually or whatever, what on earth? SpongeBob, okay. Because I record each one individually, I can't, like, I can't cut out all of the fails without cutting out my voice. So, I mean, well, like, again, this room, what the hell? Okay. Well, okay, that's kind of a lie. I can? What the hell? What is this? What on earth is happening? What? Sure. I'll take my illegal McDonald's fries. Sure, okay. I've completely lost my train of thought with that. Okay, sure. See, that's the best part of the rambling, is that I have absolutely no idea what I was just talking about. Neo first try, let's go. Oh my god, I'm insane. I'm awesome. I'm so cool. That's actually not true. I'm just a creature. I'm just a thing. I'm one of those little, like, internet hobos that just kind of roams around a little bit. I'm never in one place for all that long. I'm a little bit of a nomad. which is great because you never know what you're gonna get from me, I guess. But at the same time, it also means that you never know what you're gonna get from me. So I mean, it's hit or miss. I hate this thing. Do I remember how to do this? This is one of those things where it's like, it's the part of the parkour where they ask you to do this like very randomly specific tech that like, I mean, okay. I suffer from the Celeste player curse of like, there we go. I suffer from the Celeste player curse of like just knowing all of the tech and just everything. So like if you ask me what any Celeste tech is, I can most likely tell you what it is with maybe a little bit of not in confidence, but like I can tell you what something is to like a fairly like I don't know what the words I'm looking for is. You get the point. Like I can generally tell you what most Celeste tech is. Which I think is like something that's kind of nice. I mean, it's good for me occasionally. It's come in handy maybe once or twice or so, but it's something silly nonetheless. And it also means that I can watch Celeste players do things and understand what's happening, which is crazy because this game does not look real when you do not know what's going on. Like, if you've never seen a Celeste task... Okay, Celeste tasks are a bit above me. If you've never seen, like, a speedrun or something, like, some of the stuff there looks insane. Like, when you see a C-pop for the first time, it's gonna blow your mind. Because those things are crazy. You just jump on the underside of a wall. How do you even do that? And I guess the name makes sense. Ceiling pop. Like, that's what C-pop is. Ceiling pop. So, I mean, like, you know, that makes sense. But at the same time, like, damn. Why do I know what that is? Why do I know how to do one? I don't know. People don't seem to know this, but C-pops are, like, weirdly specific. Like, way weirdly specific. You have a very small amount of space to do them. I think there's one pixel where it works. And not only that, but you have to, like, you have to be on the right pixel, and then, depending on your subpixels, crazy new word, by the way, subpixels, you, like, it's either a 1 frame, a 2 frame, or a 3 frame before you jump, and it's just like, what on earth, and they suck to do, and I'm really inconsistent at them, but people have found setups to make them, like, buffers or whatever, where you just press the jump beforehand, and it just works, and I will never understand how that works. Like, I may be good at this game, but I'm not insane. You can quote me on that. Actually, don't quote me on that. I don't know why I said that. Another game that I recently got into, that I'm kind of suffering from Celeste-itis on, is Peaks of Yore. This game came out some point or another. Highly recommend it, by the way. It's insanely fun. This guy Splowon got me into it. I'm so glad he did, because it's just all kinds of awesome. What is this? False. Okay, whatever. So, it's just like, it's climbing game, but it really does just like, it makes it really just insane. Which is cool. Oh, I forgot. You can't do this on ladders. You have to... Okay, maybe I should do this on ladders. I'm shifting. Okay. This one's kind of scary. Okay. I might have to do this on vines because vines are a little easier. Oh well. But yeah, Peaks of Yore is great. Like, what they don't... I think I saw Astral Smith play it. What they don't tell you about the game is that, like, it gets really hard. But at the same time, you get increasingly more just insane and deranged solutions to problems, which I love. That's something that I think is just the best thing ever about certain games. Like, it's just, when you get the chance to, instead of doing it the intended way, just fling yourself across the mountain like it's nothing, like, that's awesome. I love that kind of thing. I want more of that in my games. I want more insanity, and I want more absurdity. Like, that's just what I need. And Peaks of Yore can deliver that, which is great. If you're that kind of person who needs the insanity of a game where you just climb, you're a Scottish guy climbing mountains, that's the game for you. And it's the game that just keeps on giving. Every single time I thought that I was cruising, it just gave me something harder. And then once I figured out how to do it, oh my god, once you figure it out, you can just do it. It's great. It's so awesome. You can just zoom through mountains. There's some cases, oh my god, okay. So there's like a speed trial thing that you unlock at some point, and going back and doing the timed trials for like the things you started on is just incredible. Because you get to see just how good you are at this point. You get to see what's new, what's awesome. And it's just like, it's something that like, it's something rewarding to get to go back to the previous levels that you beat. To go back to the previous levels you beat and to just be able to, like, what's it called? You get to go back to the previous levels you beat and, like, play them again, but just, they're so much easier now because you've gained so much skill. And that's why, like, I really appreciate it, is because it's like, it has replayability. It has a lot of replayability. Just every time you get something new, like, the first thing you gotta do is just go back and see if you can get a new best time on a mountain, or get through a mountain you struggled on. Like, I know that, like, it's gonna be a while till I beat some of the mountains. Like, I'm not gonna pull an astral spiff and jump through advanced all the way to Ymir's Shadow or whatever. But I could. There's nothing stopping me. Because, I mean, what's stopping you at first is that you have to beat a certain amount of mountains to get the next books. But, like, with, like, Ymir's Shadow, I think you just have to beat, like, Ymir's Shadow, to unlock it. Or to unlock what's after it, more accurately. The things after Ymir's Shadow? Oh my god. I'm not gonna speak on it, you gotta find out for yourself. But do know, it is truly something. What? Oh, it's that. Like, just do know that, like, it really is just something that you would never get from any other game. I mean, okay. So, they made a game. I say they, the person who made, Getting Over It. They made a game, where you climb with two hands. I kind of feel like they saw Peaks of Yore, and they were like, let's do this. Of course, I don't actually know this, and I'm not trying to, convict them of something. Because, like, they probably didn't, they probably didn't. They just had the same idea. And granted, this game is not about a Scottish person climbing mountains. But just, like, the fundamentals of the gameplay using both of your hands are very similar. Which is interesting. Because it's a really cool little gimmick. And they both do it in very different ways, considering that, like, Peaks of Yore is like a full 3D first-person thing. Whereas this game is more like I think it's like called like a hard game about climbing or something, I don't remember. It's like, It's like 2.5D, where it's 3D rendered, but you only have movement across a 2D plane. So, which means that like you don't get quite the freedom of range that you get from Peaks of Yore. And on top of that, you also just don't get the what's it called? You don't get the insanity that comes with Peaks of Yore. But of course, on the other hand, that game is still hard too. Which is interesting. So, like, I love these kind of climbing games. Highly recommend, actually. Especially things like, Peaks of Yore and... What? Especially things like Peaks of Yore and, like Celeste and just other climbing games. Like, those all offer that, like, climbing experience that you just don't get from other games. And I think that's, like, something that's very valuable. Of course, like, none of these games are accurate to actual rock or mountain climbing. Which is important to mention. Because, of course, no game is going to be accurate to normal rock climbing, but they all have cool little spins on it. Like Celeste's, like, dash mechanic, or, Peaks of Yore's different hold types, and just constantly introducing new, like, materials for you to use and do what you want with. And I think that ingenuity is just, like, the best thing ever. And I'm really glad that, like, we have these just games that we can, in fact, play. If I could make a game, I don't know what I would do, actually. I feel like if you made some kind of, like, rock climber, but you made it also, like, a roguelike, like, that's the kind of gameplay I would want to make. Which is quite the statement, if I do say so myself. But of course, you know, I'm not a game developer. Probably never will be. Because, you know, that's hard, and I don't know how to code or anything. Like, speaking of that, there's this thing called Figura. Highly recommend. If you like making custom models, especially with Blockbench. If you can use Blockbench, this is the thing for you. But Figura, basically, you can upload your own custom Blockbench models with Lua code for, like, skins, pretty much. And you can make them do whatever, like, the hell you want. And I have one. I'm not using it currently because I'm on Lunar Client due to the fact that, my normal Minecraft won't let me sign in, which is really annoying. But, whatever. It's just super cool that you can, like, make yourself pretty much. Highly recommend it for anybody who does that. But, like, I have absolutely no idea what's going on with the coding inside that thing. My friend made me one and showed me the code, and I looked at it for a long time and did not know what it meant. And I will never know what that means, because I just don't understand that kind of thing. Like, I'm very music-pilled. I'm very, very music-pilled. So, like, everything music, I'm good at. I mean, most things music. I'm also very good at generally things science, but not computer science. Computer science is a little bit confusing. But, like, I really want to take, like, organic chemistry and things, because that stuff interests me a lot. However, also, like, those are really hard. But, like, computer science doesn't even matter. I don't understand just, like, anything that's going on in computer science. It's confusing, but it's really cool, and I wish I could harness the powers of computer science to do whatever the hell I want. However, it's just not happening. It's just, I would never be able to summon that power from within me, because it's just not there. Which sucks. Like, what do you do about that, right? And I mean, I can learn, And while I mean, like, I might be interested in learning, I'm probably not going to. Because, the other thing is I don't find it fun. That's another thing. Like, so, I complain about not being able to draw a lot, and that's just because I don't like drawing. It's just not something I enjoy doing. So I don't practice it, and therefore I don't learn how to do it. And so, like, that's the big dilemma. I don't know how to draw because I don't like drawing, but I want to be able to draw because then I could draw cute things that I would never be able to do normally. But again, the issue is that I have to draw for that to be a reality. And if I don't like drawing, then I can't draw because I don't like doing it. Which, I mean, for some people, I can understand that it's like the want to, like, profit off of it is there. Oh, and by the way, if any single person ever says, just do AI or something, I am punching them in the face immediately. Like, just no questions asked. If you are an AI art supporter, first of all, no. Please don't do that. Like, art is a very human thing. We've had it around for years. And people, you know, it's part of people's livelihoods. It's part of people's livelihoods. It's part of just, like, it's something that we do for fun. But, like, AI will never replace humans for that kind of thing. And it's just because, like, humans just are not supposed to be replaceable. If you're replacing humans, that's generally not a good thing. Because, you know, we as humans should not be replaced, right? I know, I guess it's kind of, like, political, but, like, I very much support things like Nightshade and stuff that allow artists to, AI-proof, basically, their art. Like, I highly support that, and I want that to become the standard. Because AI art should never, you know, AI art should never, like, take over a human's job. AI should not take over people's jobs. For a lot of reasons, because people need jobs to live. And I mean, sure, AI is helpful in some ways, but please do not use it to replace humans. Because while AI does have some, like, important things for science and stuff, like that I'm fine with. But things like, using AI to, like, find certain things, or to, like, make art or something, like, that's a big no-no. Because that's replacing a human, where a human could have drawn something. So, that's kind of my stance on that. And it's like, I don't even know what I was talking about before. I'm gonna be completely honest. I just, like, suddenly realized that I got, like, on a side tangent. I don't even know. Something that I do think is super cool is, like, okay, I like AI that's, like, the ones where, like, you get to, like, run it on a program, and then it tries to figure out how to play a game. Because that's something where, while AI could be better than humans, it's still something that humans can, like, be competitive with without having to deal with AI being a problem. Because while, like, AI is really good at that kind of thing, it's kind of easy to tell when, like, somebody's using an AI to, like, do whatever. Ooh. That's gotta be helpful. It's kind of easy to tell when people are using AI to cheat, like, a speedrun or something, because the AI is not very good at the game currently. But, like, even if you trained, like, an AI to be, like, as perfect as something, you'd still be able to detect it, probably. And the other thing is that, like, people will set out different categories. I mean, we kind of already do this. Like, tool-assisted speedruns do not replace human runs, because it's still a human thing. Speedrunning will always be a human thing. Because while robots can speedrun really well and show us the human limits, they, you know, aren't going to replace humans. They're just to show the limits kind of thing. And like that, like, I like that kind of thing. I'm fine with that. As long as it's not replacing people, it's good. Speaking of tasks, I would love to see a Peaks of Yore task. It would be really funny. Just because they would just, like, at the start of every single peak, they would just launch into space. Just into the exosphere. Every single time. And that would be, like, the whole mountain. And then they would go to the next one and do the same thing. And the thing is, there's some mountains with, like, overhangs. So they would just go to, like, the first hold. And then just, like, zip up to the second one. And, like, so on and so forth. Like, they would just, like, scramble up the mountain pretty much. And you'd get some pretty insane jumps. And so, like, I want to see that. Like, that's what I want to see. This jump is hard. I don't know if I'm doing this right. I've never seen this jump before. So... Oh, there we go. Okay. What the hell? Oh. This is strange. I don't... How did... Huh? Like stone, but it's... got like a dirt layer on top of it. I don't know how that works at all. Kind of cool though. I guess you're supposed to get like a tiny little water boost or something? I don't know. Water boosts are really goofy Celeste tech. While you're in the water, like at the surface of the water, you can jump every single frame, which has the very unexpected side effects of just being able to launch yourself into, not launch yourself like upwards, but you get to launch yourself forwards very fast, because every single jump in Celeste gives you plus like 20 or 40 speed, I think. That's why corner boosts are great. That's because, like, if you do like a corner boost properly, you get a free 40 speed for no cost. You actually get a free 40 speed plus your current speed. You get to keep your speed. And so it means you can go very fast. I think that's really cool. Okay, my hand's starting to hurt. I might need to wrap this up soon. I guess this is it. I guess, you know, I'll end it here. So that was your 47 minutes and 30-ish seconds of ADHD rambling. I'll be back later with no music next time. Just so that, like, you know, you can listen to your own music while listening to me talk about things that you probably don't care about. Anyways, that's all for this episode. I don't know, actually, okay, something you guys can let me know is, should I make a new channel for this? Should I make, like, an ADHD rambling channel kind of thing? Or, like, or should I, like, what? Oh, I'm used to, yeah, there you go. Should I, wait, actually, hold on, I need to do this. Should I make a new channel for my ADHD rambling, for you guys to listen to and enjoy on a daily basis? Or not on a daily basis, probably on a weekly basis. I don't know when I'll end up making these. I might make one tomorrow. My upload schedule is going to be all over the place, because I guess I'll just do these whenever the hell I feel like it. Sorry, I can't get over just like, guys, you would not believe what I just found on the internet. Okay, anyways, that's it. That's like all for your 40, almost 50 minutes of ADHD rambling. See you guys in the next ramble. I guess. Goodbye.